Who's better, Chelsea or Spurs, Don?
That's a good question. I think Chelsea, just because I think the depth of their squad. Because I think if you take Harry Kane, Son out of their team, I think they'd struggle big time. They're not great at the back. I think on that graphic there, I think all the defeats and all the draws that they had, they conceded the first goal. I mean, that's a pattern. That's what Liverpool were doing. So that's got to change, because every time they go in at half-time, they go 1-0 behind or 2-0 behind. They've got to try and react. And somehow you do, because the lads will tell you, Dan, it's easy to play when you're 1-0 down or 2-0 down. You have a reaction. You've got to do that from the start. But to answer your question, I think it's just Chelsea. It's
Tottenham and Chelsea that give Newcastle hope.
Sure.
If I was looking from an outside perspective, and if I was a Newcastle fan, I would have hope looking at what I'm seeing from others, and the fact that, you know, Don mentioned Harry Kane. I mean, good grief, if anything happens to him at the World Cup and he's out for a little bit, I mean, all right, that's why they signed Richarlison. So can he step up to the plate? I mean, there are just so many permutations now for this top four, because they're all falling over each other. We thought Man United were out of the doldrums, but the last couple of games has shown that there's much work to be done there, and I agree with Don on Chelsea. I mean, I just think maybe he's overthinking it now because he's in that big job, right, Graham Potter, and he's scratching his head about who to play and what formation and who's going to get the best. And you know, January and the transfer window for one or two of these can't come quickly enough to try and salvage what is at the moment been a truly inconsistent season.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.